Hello, everybody. Welcome to Expression Pass here on Boss Rush Network. I'm your host, and I take excited ADV. Joining me is the one, the only Bossman himself, Mr. Corey Dirrig. Hello, good sir.
Hello, Edward. I wore the wrong shirt today. That's fine.
Oh, that's okay. I have Academy of Super Pets. This is a shirt I got from PAX. Got an extra large and it's a little bit snug. I'm like, oh, it has to be the material. But it's a mobile game. When I was at PAX, they had just released it, and I liked the art and everything, so I wanted to support them. They said I got a free code whenever I buy something and everything, and I didn't really, mind that if I got it or not. But I was just like, when I found out they had just released their game, I wanted to support them, and I congratulated on their release of the game. It's on mobile, so I bought some merch from them. But nice. Corey, this summer game fest,
summer snooze fest.
Well, I would say this: I enjoy wholesome games. I always love seeing Kim Chica and everybody who with some really great shirts. I'm getting my shirts the following week of the summer game fest. So, like in next Thursday, I'll be getting my shirts to order. I gotta rewatch the Latin and the South Asian ones. Those games look really good from what I've seen, but I didn't get to see the PC show. I did enjoy the Xbox show, and I did enjoy the State of Play. But Summer Game Fest itself,
I almost think the State of Play was the best one.
Really?
Yeah, by a long shot. Not that so. Here's the thing: not that the Xbox One was bad or anything. I actually think the Xbox One was really good. It's just all stuff we knew about already, and some of the little surprises were not enough to I actually think the most exciting announcement was the Xbox Ally, honestly. But that
was a real weird name when they first showed it, because it was
it's called the Asus ROG Xbox Ally X.
Yeah.
But the ROG Ally is obviously a device that is known, right? And the ROG Ally X is the more powerful one, right? Which is what LeBron has, the black one.
Yeah.
And so it's very clear that Xbox has been wanting. It's very clear that Xbox wanted to partner with them, right?
Yes.
I mean, they have been for 2 years at this point, because Major Nelson essentially reviewed unboxed it and reviewed it on the Xbox podcast 2 or 2.5 years ago at this point.
And I know we've been talking about you been hoping that Xbox ended up having their handheld, and it was just a rumor at that time. But so we thought that they would actually have one not connected to Asus or Steam or anybody.
The rumor is that they were developing one in-house, but they were so happy with the ROG Ally product that The Verge today, June 12th, reported that Xbox has completely shelved their handheld in preference of the Ally. So
okay.
So yeah, I do kind of want to talk about that a little bit after. I don't know if you want to talk about it now or if we want to talk about Summer Game Fest and stuff first, because we haven't really had a chance to talk about it.
We could talk about everything. Because I think, of course, Switch 2, we're waiting for more games.
Who's waiting for games? 7. I have too many games to play, like Disney Dreamlight Valley.
Final Fantasy 7 is going to be dropping this winter. I'm assuming the same day as Xbox is going to be dropping. Finally, I'll be able to pick up Final Fantasy 16 on Series X. But yeah, we could talk about it all, or the stuff that we remember and everything.
By the way, Mario Odyssey looks amazing on this thing. I've been trying out all the games that have Switch 2 patches or whatever, for, the updates, and so far they all look and run really amazing. I actually just downloaded Splatoon 3 today because of that. We got to talk about Renegades. Or what? That's what it's called, right? Splatoon.
Yes.
Renegade. Wait, that's not right.
Not Renegades.
Is that what it's called?
No. No.
Raiders. Splatoon Raiders. Renegades.
Yes.
I'm just coming off Tower Casuals, and their second expansion this year is called Renegades. So we were talking a little bit about that today.
Oh, for Destiny.
Yeah. So it's a Star Wars based expansion, by the way.
Was that the one that was in plan? Like, because I thought they had like some cosmetics and stuff.
Yeah.
Or they was gonna have their crossover.
So we don't need to talk about. Essentially, they're taking like the Star Wars aesthetic and telling a Destiny story that feels like a Star Wars story, and there are Star Wars cosmetics. Like if you pre-order the Ultimate Edition of the Year of Prophecy pack, which is Edge of Fate, Renegades, and then the 2 halfway point seasons that are in between, you get the Star Wars cosmetics. The Titans can be Darth Vader, the Warlocks can be Kylo Ren, and the Hunters can be General Grievous. So, but yeah, it's they said it's not a Star Wars expansion. It's just heavily influenced by Star Wars, but there's a lightsaber in there, so whatever. And Han Solo's blaster is also going to be an exotic, I guess, but whatever. I don't know. Yeah, Splatoon Raiders. I'm really interested to see what this is. But we can. I'm sure you'll talk about it on Pal Block this weekend. I won't be on because I'll be out of town. And we ended Tower Casuals early, which is why we're recording tonight on a Thursday.
Yes, everybody.
Even though Ed's dead tired because he worked 95 hours today.
It's let me just I'm just saying probably because it's gonna be I'm probably gonna be working a lot still trying to get these interviews and stuff done. This extra time overtime, dude, I'm like I gotta set stuff aside for PAX West while also getting Switch 2 stuff because of my if my check is looking good, yeah, I'm gonna go like snatch up some. I'm probably gonna like not pre-order. I want to get some stuff for Switch 2 from like Best Buy or maybe Target, and then pre-order my Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yeah, Ed, look what I got. Look what I got in the mail today.
Yes,
my second dock, so I can finally like stream and record stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure all that out, but I would like to figure it out before I go on vacation, but it's probably gonna be after. But yeah. Anyways, sorry, I'm like oddly energetic even though I'm exhausted. It's fine,
dude. You're giving me energy. I'm just like, yeah, let's go. I'm ready to talk. I'm ready to discuss. Because so I know me and you texted about the Xbox showcase, and we had our various opinions. Everybody go check out Xbox Casual. They did a rundown of it. I think I will say if there was a downside to it, it was like kind of Phil Spencer running through like Gears, E-Day, Fable, Perfect Dark, just like all these
next
games,
year's
2026.
Next year, well, here's the thing: the 25th anniversary of Xbox is next year, right? So
yes,
it makes sense to have, in my opinion, it makes sense to have all of the franchises that made Xbox launch in the same year, right? So that would be Forza, Fable, Perfect Dark, Halo, and Gears.
But
right?
this is the problem with that is that you're combining two systems and not just Xbox.
What do you mean?
Of its 25 years of Xbox, I'm thinking 25 years of the first Xbox. So you would have pretty much
25 years of the brand.
But see, I think that's a cop out in a sense,
Oh boy, here
in
we
a
go.
way, because I understand you're picking everything mostly from 360, and you're only doing really one from the original Xbox,
Well,
which would be
what do
Halo.
they have from the other from the other generations that's popular? I mean, I mean, they're not gonna. I mean, the Outer Worlds 2, I guess. Call of Duty, I guess, but like they. I think it's a smart move. I think I think I'm gonna back up a minute.
Maybe,
The
maybe,
Xbox, I think. So I was talking to some people who went to Summer Game Fest. You know, Cog and you know a couple other people, and
Baron went.
yeah, Baron. I haven't talked to him yet. I would like to get him on at some point and talk about this. But like
Yeah.
the the Xbox Ally, I'm just calling it the Xbox Ally, and the Xbox Ally X. I've heard multiple people say this is going to revitalize the Xbox platform. Because of everything you can put on it and how it turns off the Windows features to have an Xbox experience. It's still PC, it's still handheld PC. It's not an Xbox, it's PC, but you can access your Play Anywhere library. You can access your Game Pass games. You can access, you know, your Steam games, like any kind of store that's on there. You can access it in the Xbox tabs, right? Like, you know how when you go into your library on Xbox and there's all those tabs at the top, like owned games, Game Pass,
Yeah.
games with gold, like those tabs, you're going to be able to put like Ubisoft Plus and Steam and GOG and like all the PC stores in those tabs as well. And I think that's a really smart move for this. I think that's awesome.
Dependent, is it dependent if you have an internet connection for most of it?
Yes, but I think you can play. There's a way to set it up to where you can play your digital games without being connected to the internet.
Because I'm assuming there's like a SD memory card or something in there
It
that you
takes
could download your
yeah.
games on there.
Well,
The
it
purchase
has
game.
yeah. Well, it has a 1 terabyte hard drive, so
Okay.
the Ally X has a 1 terabyte. I think the regular one has a 512. But essentially, like, I mean, this is what I've been waiting for. This is what I've been holding off for, especially now that Xbox seemingly has shelved their own. And you know, I was playing. I'm like 15 hours into a new new game plus on Expedition 33 right now.
33.
And I was like,
which I'll be
there,
getting next. I'll be getting that next week.
I was playing it because I was downloading some games on my Switch 2 so I could take them on my trip this week. And I'm like, man, how awesome would this be if I just had the ROG Ally X right now and I was just playing this in handheld mode, like just playing this while I was watching something, which is how I prefer to play games at this point. And I'm just like, I'm fighting this really hard boss, and I'm like checking my Switch 2 while I'm fighting this boss. I'm like, man, I could just like be playing this, you know. By the way, my I got my Monolith edition confirmed that it is now in production, and I will be receiving an email in the coming weeks for when it's shipped.
Nice.
So I don't know. Also, I'm pretty mad at the IGN store because I bought that Expedition 33 shirt last Thursday.
Yeah.
And they said it would be there within 3 to 4 business days. And it is now the opposite Thursday, and it has not come yet. I haven't even gotten a shipping confirmation from them.
Oh no.
So don't buy anything from the IGN store if you want something. Anyways, enough of my rant. I think I'm like really excited for the Xbox Ally to go along with my Switch 2. And the thing is too, is like it comes with a dock. So like you can plug it into a TV or a monitor or something. Which is also very exciting.
Which I say your move, Steam, because I thought you had to buy the dock for Steam.
You have to buy the Steam Deck dock, but it's also like $500 cheaper, probably. I mean, if you buy the ROG Ally X right now, like the one that's out right now, it's $900.
Yeah, so that's why I was wondering, was the price thing? I didn't see no
They haven't announced the
information.
price yet.
Okay.
Which is telling me it's going to be at least, even if Xbox subsidizes some of it to get people in the door, this tells me this device is at least going to be $700. I'm guessing closer to $800 or $900.
Would a 600 price point work for everybody?
Not with the specs that are inside of this. I think the cheap one is going to be $500 or $600.
Just the Xbox,
the Xbox Ally, yeah, just the regular one, yeah. I think the Xbox Ally X is going to be closer to $800 or $900. If it's going by the ROG Ally's pricing right now, it's going to be $900.
Because nothing is custom made, I don't think.
No, it's all off the shelf parts. The thing is like it's because it's a Windows PC. Also, you can hook a mouse and a keyboard up to it and like use it as a computer, like a real PC.
Kind of like, because I thought the Series X was almost like that. You can put like a mouse and keyboard to it.
You can, but this is like you can boot it into Windows and use like you can like surf the internet and type on Microsoft Word and Google stuff, and
so it's like a PC.
Yeah, like that's what it is. It's just it boots into an Xbox mode and turns all that stuff off. But you can like boot it into Windows and use it as a PC, like if you have work to do or something, right? Like you can do that. So, I mean, which is okay. So this is a mid to low range gaming PC for $900. I mean, you're not going to buy a PC that cheap, right? And this one you can take with you, but still, like,
because I'm surprised, because like when Microsoft had their tablet ones, I think these may still have it.
The Surface tablets?
The Surface, yeah. I don't know if
they do.
I thought it would be like on that level.
It's way more powerful than that.
But then I was just thinking, because I was thinking like the components of the Series X being put into a handheld.
Oh no, this is not a Series S. Or Series X. This is like somewhere between. This is somewhere between the Series S and the Series X. I think the cheaper one is more of like a Series S Switch 2 situation.
Okay. So that's why I was thinking of the price point being a little bit cheaper, because of the parts that are in the X will be put into that Ally X. Since it'd be on the go, it'll be a little bit cheaper with more functionality, like for the Steam, Windows, and all of that. And for some people, probably put Linux on there, and everything.
Yeah, so. I think some people who. Here's the thing, though, is like if you want to like customize your thing and use it more as like a PC gaming device and not an Xbox gaming device, they're still going to sell the ROG Ally, which is what PC gamers will probably want. Right, because then you can load like Steam OS onto it. You can load Armory Crate and all these other garbage things that the ROG Ally has right now. Right, like, I'm not saying garbage, that it's garbage. I'm saying garbage like I don't know how to use it and I don't really care about it. But I think this one in particular is just for the Xbox gamer. Right, who wants to play their games on the go, who has Play Anywhere library, who takes their games with them on vacation and then wants to load it up on their Xbox when they get home, right? Like that's the player I see playing these games. So like the only hurdle they have to find a way over is the Xbox 360 and original Xbox backwards compatibility. Because once they figure that hurdle out, whatever this device is, this ROG Ally X,
Yeah.
that's going to be Xbox moving forward. If they can figure out how to get the licensing from the Xbox 360 and original Xbox era games, those licenses over to the PC versions, or somehow making those digital versions of the 360 games run on a PC, which
So
if you're shady, you can already do that, but you know what I mean.
So my Xbox library, I'm not going to count physical stuff. I'm just going to count the digital stuff that I bought for my Series X.
Mm-hmm.
None of that will work on the Xbox Ally, right? Because they're not the PC version.
It will. Anything Xbox, anything digital. Let me rephrase this. Anything digital that is a quote unquote play anywhere title, Xbox One forward, will be playable on this device. Which I think, so like Final Fantasy 16 was just released on Xbox. That is a play anywhere title. You can play that on your Xbox, on PC, and on this. So, anything on Game Pass is a play anywhere title from Xbox One forward.
So it's like almost a switch. So anything that I bought, like, because I have like Gears 2 and Gears 3. They were part of that
collection. But those are so those will not be playable on this device because they're 360 games. And that's why everybody wanted this collection instead of just the first game, because those two, 3, and Judgment are not available on PC anywhere. You cannot play those games legally on PC.
So that's what I was wondering with my Xbox purchases of digital. Not all of them going to carry over, I'm assuming, because with the Xbox, with the Gears collection, my physical was only for the first Gears, and then everything else was the 360 version or the digital version that got upgraded.
Yeah. So Gears Ultimate Edition, which if you own it, you get a token for Gears Reloaded. Right, so you can play that everywhere. But the 360, anything 360 and backwards, you can't play on this.
So all my 360 purchases,
you can stream them.
Won't work.
You can stream them there. Like you can turn your Xbox on and stream them to the device, no problem. But
I can't cloud game them in a sense.
I don't know if so I think anything on cloud gaming you can probably play.
Because that's the thing I was wondering. Because that was the thing I was wondering. Is even with the Steam Deck, if everybody who's on the go with them, I'm like, don't you have to have the internet to play these? Because
you have to check in. You have to check into the internet, right? Like you have to ping the internet. But I think you have like, it's like the Switch in the classic games catalog, right? You have to check into the internet once a week to play those games. I think the Steam Deck is the same way, or I think the Steam Deck is the same way because people were playing them on like the plane and the buses and trains and stuff, right? So like,
but I'm assuming that game is downloaded onto the system to play.
Oh yeah,
because of there's no internet thing, you can't play Game Pass or anything that
you can play Game Pass games without connecting to the internet. You have to set it up a specific way to do that, but there is a way to do that.
But that's downloading that game to your system, right?
You have to download you can't stream the game if there's no internet because there's no internet. So you can't access the game. You have to download it.
And that's what I was thinking with like even Steam Deck and this Xbox Ally is that I know it has to play anywhere, and it has to be games that you purchase. That's what like the theme is kind of getting. And maybe I'm just misunderstanding things on how this style of handheld systems work
Ed,
compared to
misunderstanding? No
Switch.
way.
Because I think because with Switch is that you got the physical cartridge or you got the digital, and you can take it on the go. You don't have to
Right.
worry about no internet connection unless you want to play like the NSO stuff.
Well, here's the
that's
thing.
all of that.
If you have two Switches, only one of them is your home console, and if you want to play it on your secondary console on Switch, you have to be connected to the internet. So, like, your home console can play all the games offline, right? That's a no-brainer. But your secondary console has to be connected to the internet to play them.
Which I think is that part of now the game share too? Because like if I game share you, because I did that. I of course I had to be on the internet, but I had to have my Switch on and my Switch 2 on and game share my Fantasy Life I from my original Switch to my new Switch. And I know it's only like about 10 days and stuff.
You can load the virtual cart though.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Well, did you game share or did you load the virtual cartridge? Because those are two separate things.
By the way that it looked, it's just like the cartridge got taken out of the Switch, and then the cartridge came into my Switch 2. So it wasn't like I transfer all my games from my Switch 1 to my Switch 2. It was just like I game shared, like I put the cartridge. It's like I handed a cartridge to myself to put into my new system, in a sense. So when I go to it, it looks like it's a cartridge on my system, and I could just play it because it is a purchased digital version. Because the Fantasy Life I is only digital here in America. Like if you want the physical, you got to get it from Japan. I'm like, no.
Who wants to do that?
Right. So that's why I was wondering, like with the Xbox Ally, like if I'm at work, if I'm at work, I was about to say my story. If I'm at work and it doesn't have internet because I can't hop on the internet at my job, I only could play the games that I have downloaded to the hard drive. Correct. That I purchased.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was just trying to understand. But if I'm at home,
12 minutes on that question.
But if I'm at home on the internet, that's when I could get the full experience of the system.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I would assume, I know you can't play 360 games natively on this thing, but I assume if you're connected to the internet, you can stream them from your Xbox to the device. And play them that way, which is, not ideal, but a way to do it. My not my concern, but my thing is like Destiny is not a play anywhere game. So I would have to buy the Steam version too to play it on this thing still. I'm pretty sure.
Or download the Steam version and then buy the expansion stuff. The expansions.
Yeah, I mean it's a free to play game, so technically it is. So I would have to do that, yeah. Which means I would have to buy like the legacy version and the latest expansion again. Which is whatever, it's fine, but also, yeah.
I'd be like Activision, Battle.net. Not Activision. I'm sorry, Sony.
And I've gotten the entire game on PlayStation for free through PlayStation Plus. So, because they just released this month's game is the Final Shape on PlayStation. So, like their games.
Are you serious?
Yeah, the final shape. Well, Edge of Fate is coming out in like less than a month. So yeah, Final Shape is what?
Is that
Edge of Fate is the new expansion.
Was that something I would have to purchase, or
Yeah,
it's a
it's
oh
$40.
okay.
But if you want to buy the Year of Prophecy, it's $100, and you get access to both expansions, all 4 seasons, and extra stuff that I'm
Well,
unsure at the moment.
well, since I bought the final shape and got all, I'm assuming I got all of that. I think the other expansion I would just need to buy.
Yeah,
The $40 one.
yeah. I mean, it's
Uh,
it's just the next expansion. It's equivalent to the Witch Queen or the final shape. It's just the next thing.
like story content and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. Which it sounds like they have it pretty planned out for the next couple years, so that's nice to hear, which is not something you could say about Destiny originally. So
Because I'm assuming now that there won't be like a Destiny 3,
oh
like with
no,
a
not at
full
this
on,
point.
like you get a full on story campaign without having to. Well, you still have to pay. Like I was just thinking like a regular $60 game. How you get all of that, and then uh there's in-game stuff that you could just do that was part of the regular campaign purchase, and then they started getting with more expansions. But I guess they're just expanding since
Well,
now it's just
the
the
thing the
Destiny
thing
universe.
now the thing now is like you only pay for the expansions. The seasons are free, but there's other things within the game that you need to purchase, and if you just buy the Year of Prophecy, you get it all anyway for the next year. So
Because I'm assuming we're not getting like no 20-hour campaign or anything, or
oh
15,
no,
20-hour
they
campaign
said
no more.
they said these expansions are smaller now. It's going to be about the size of Shadowkeep or Rise of Iron from Destiny 1. So like 6 missions and a ton of in-game content, I would assume. Lots of stuff to find.
Mm-hmm.
But the cool thing, I didn't mean to turn this into a Destiny thing. The cool thing though is that they are taking heavy inspirations from games like Metroid Prime, and they
Ooh.
want to have you kind of, you know, do some interesting things that way, and like kind of backtrack and visit areas that you've been to before, because new things unlock based on what you've done already. And
You know what? I would be down for a Destiny Metroidvania crossover
well,
mix up.
this is what you're getting. So uh yeah, I mean, Edge of Fate is, they said they are heavily inspired by Metroidvanias and Metroid Prime specifically. So
That's shocking.
I mean, it makes sense if you have been following the story and know what's going on. I mean,
Well, if you, because I was thinking about it, like from Bungie and thinking about Halo, oh goodness, who's the Halo developers now?
Halo Studios
Halo Studios, who they were previous.
343.
343. When some of the retro people left and went to 343 Studios to do Halo 4, it had that Metroid Prime feel to it.
Mm-hmm. And then they came back to retro, and then you see, oh, this looks like Halo 4.
Pretty much. So it's just like seeing like Halo having that inspiration, and now seeing Bungie having that inspiration and putting it into Destiny. It's just like, wow, like Metro Prime has really been like an influence as a first person adventure, with the shooting mechanics and everything. Because I used to call it an FPS, but I'm like, no, it's a first person adventure.
Yeah, it's a first person
Because
shooter.
I mean,
It's a
yeah,
shooter.
but
It's first person. You shoot things. It's a first person shooter.
but it's not level. It's not level based design and stuff.
Doesn't need to be. Destiny's not level based design.
I mean, it used to be in a sense.
No, it's not. Come on.
I mean, it was mission mission design. It didn't fly off to space and everything.
Nah.
But Corey, this Summer Game Fest, because I'm like, hopefully,
I wasn't done talking about the Xbox thing. We were still talking about it, and then you asked a question, and then we got sidetracked because this is what we do.
Exactly.
Anyways, I think we don't need to talk about it that much longer. I just I think this device is cool. It's exactly what I've been waiting for.
I'm excited for people to get their hands on it and everything.
Yeah. So there are two major companies that are not involved in Play Anywhere. And that would be Ubisoft and EA, because they have their own subscription services that they want you to subscribe to. Which, if you're a Game Pass Ultimate subscriber, you already have EA Play. But Ubisoft wants you to pay $15 a month for their games too. So it's like, yeah. But, whatever. It's it's whatever. It's fine. I'm really interested to see how this does. Really interested.
Yeah,
because this really could change the course of Xbox's trajectory.
It would. I think it would unify the future of gaming in the sense that, of course, people cared about handheld gaming and hybrid gaming, definitely with the Switch. But to see that PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, and Steam is now on this somewhat new competitive level of which hardware to have, which handheld to have.
I mean, I still don't think the Steam Deck is like quote unquote competitive. I mean, the Switch 2 has been out for like less than a week and it's already outsold the Steam Deck. So like, it's not like
3.5 million. Oof.
I mean, it's not like competing directly, but I do think I do think that the Switch and Steam have changed the idea of what people want from handheld gaming, which is like, the Vita promised like console gaming in handheld, as a handheld, but it didn't hit the mark because, they were dividing their resources and they wanted their studios to work on, obviously PlayStation 4 was coming out. So like they wanted people, their studios to be working on PlayStation 4 games and not the handheld that they just put out randomly for some reason. If you're not going to develop for it, why put it out? But anyways, and I liked the Vita until mine died. So like, I think what the Switch did originally with the Wii U, right, is like, oh, well, people want to play handheld games. So why don't we allow the system to provide that? And we've always said the Wii U was just the Switch backwards, and the Switch was like the true kind of what they envisioned the Wii U to be, right?
I think the Wii U was like the concept leading up to what gaming is now.
Yeah, but I mean, you know what I mean. Like the Wii U was just backwards from the Switch, and now we have a more powerful Switch, which is what everybody has been wanting for like 2 or 3 years, right? Yeah. And now it's competitive with the modern consoles, and Steam, right? I mean, they just kind of backdoored themselves into the Steam Deck and already providing people with the library of games that they already own, and so like you see the handheld market kind of, oh, well, these are games I already own. I can just take them with me and then come home and put them on TV or on a monitor or whatever. And I think Xbox, they're walking this thin line of being too late or too early to the party, right? In terms of what they're trying to do in the handheld PC space. But I think if they can kind of navigate these conversations, if they can navigate them correctly and kind of provide the Xbox fan base specifically with a device, and they can convince them to be like, look, we're working on getting the older games onto the device, right? We're working hard to make sure that Windows 11 and Xbox are, one and the same, essentially. Please be patient. And they can figure out a way to do that. I really think that this device could change a lot for Xbox.
I think it would get people back in their good graces in a sense, because I'm just like, I was gonna say, because now Xbox is killing, like, Series X right now, and Xbox themselves is killing it at just first party wise. They're
Uh-huh.
killing it with a strong library, and it took
Dude,
years
they
after
have like
these.
a new game every 3 weeks. They've put out
Yeah,
on, and I'm not talking about PlayStation releases. Xbox first party, and like, if you want to argue that Activision and Bethesda aren't real Xbox, whatever, then still, like, you look at Avowed, you look at Indiana Jones,
mm-hmm.
South of Midnight, Doom, Gears is coming out. So what else just came out? I mean, there's been like 7 games first party wise, and anybody that's like, I've heard multiple times people on the Boss Rush podcast still say Xbox has no games. I'm like, did you look at their library the last 8 months? Like,
So, for me, my thing has been like, Xbox had games, but they're too late. It took years, but
right.
but then I'm just like, I think I'm coming from a Nintendo mind frame because of how Nintendo's first party was like coming out almost. There was like bangers and some low key ones coming out month after month, year after year, and we were waiting so much for Xbox, and now Xbox has caught up. Xbox Game Studios has caught up, and they're hitting it out the park with heat.
Yeah.
And so now, by the time everybody get the Xbox Ally, like, if you weren't into Xbox and you feel like, is there any software? It just out of besides third and indie, just saying outside of them, you have a list of games to recommend from Xbox themselves. Hellblade 2, Doom the Dark Ages. Um what is the music one with the from GameWorks?
Hi-Fi Rush.
Hi-Fi Rush. You have that. You have Forza Motorsport. Like, you have top billing games coming out from Xbox, like you mentioned, South by Midnight, and
I mean,
soon there'll be.
just look at the work Obsidian's done in the last 5 years, right? I mean,
Dude, they got like
Obsidian
3
alone.
games. They got like 3 games on the way.
Yeah, I mean, they just put out Avowed, right? They have the Outer Worlds 2 this fall, and then Grounded 2 is coming into game preview, and like, they still have a 4th project in the works that we don't know about.
They are putting in that work.
Yeah. The sad part is, like, the director, one of their directors who directed Avowed, just left the studio to go work at Netflix. They're working with I forget which team they're working with. She's working with, but she's leading the narrative team for, oh my gosh, I forget what studio it is. Night School, the Oxenfree studio, I think.
Okay.
I always get Night School and Night Dive twisted, and they are 2 very different studios.
Night Dive is like
it's the Atari studio that specializes in the old school 3D remakes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Xbox is like about ready to just, I mean, they're already, you look at the PlayStation charts, they've been the biggest publisher on PlayStation for like 6 months in a row.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. This is what the games are finally coming, and it's just a shame that they've gone in this direction and put their games on everything, because PlayStation, everybody's complaining that PlayStation hasn't put out any first party games, which I'm like, I mean, they put out partner games, right? I mean, they put out Stellar Blade and Rise of the Ronin, and they have
but everybody feel like when it comes to PlayStation, when it comes to PlayStation, it's been ports of stuff. There's been first party games, especially for PlayStation 5. I mean, you got Game of the Year Astrobot,
which is awesome. I'm glad Astrobot is good. I'm glad people like Astrobot.
Right, and that's become kind of the discussion that people are having now. getting on these commentators and people who saying that Switch 2 don't have no games because they got all of these ports. That's what just like, well, Xbox and PlayStation did the same thing. In fact,
Dude,
PS5 is still doing it.
Dude, people that are complaining that Switch 2 has no game, it's been out for 6 days. Relax. Like Donkey Kong is coming, the Kirby expansion is coming, the Mario Party expansion is coming, Metroid Prime 4 is coming, Pokemon's coming, Splatoon Raiders is coming. Like, I'm sure a new Zelda and a Mario game are coming. Hyrule Warriors is coming. Like,
right. And for every launch game that has came out, Series X, PlayStation 5, and Switch 2, there have even with regular Switch, there have been ports of games coming to fill that library.
I know the Series X was supposed to launch with Halo and it got delayed, but the Series X launched with Gears Tactics and Flight Simulator.
And everybody was playing Xbox One and 360 games on Series X. People were trying to figure out. Sony came out with Spider-Man, the Miles Morales, like DLC. And then it was just a whole bunch of ports until like
they also had
Clank.
I mean, they had Ratchet and Clank, they had Dark Souls, they had Demon Souls, they had Returnal, right? I mean, those were kind of like the heavy hitters at the time, but like I do know what you mean though, right? Because after that it was like I mean, the best games for PS5 up until now, I would argue, are still PS4 games, right? Like Death Stranding, Ghost of Tsushima, Director's Cut, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, The Last of Us Part 1 and 2, like Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy. Like, they all have PS5 versions, but they're all PS4 games still, you know? And like, based on the PC specs I saw for Ratchet and Clank, I would argue that game could 100% run on a PlayStation 4.
Oh yeah.
Because that dimension warping thing that they do is I know they say like the SSD makes it work faster, but like, I don't know, man. That seems like it could you can make that work on a PS4. But regardless, like, I mean, Xbox, like, their whole thing is smart delivery. Like, all their best games too, almost up until recently, are Xbox One games. Like Gears 5, Halo Infinite, Psychonauts 2. And it's only been up until recently where like the games can't run on Xbox One anymore, which is fine. Like, you don't need to be playing games on Xbox One, but yeah, man, I think I think that this I really think that the tides are turning finally for Xbox. And I mean, I feel like we've been saying that for like 2 years, but like, man, Gears E-Day looks amazing, even though I'm mad it's not Gear 6, but like, Gears E-Day looks amazing. Perfect Dark seems like it's going to be a winner, right? Even though it is kind of in a genre that I'm not into. Fable looks awesome. I know
Fable
people are
like it's going to be funny.
I mean, yeah, that's it should be. I mean, that's the tone, right? I mean,
yeah.
If somebody doesn't call me a chicken chaser within the first 10 minutes of the game, though, I'm going to be really upset.
Wow.
Even like the potential for a Halo Combat Evolved full on remake sounds interesting. To kind of give Halo Studios like that reboot that it needs, right? Because I mean, 343 just has such a bad stigma attached to it. And then obviously like Forza Horizon 6 is probably the Forza game coming out next year, right? Like,
I'm assuming, yeah, because Motorsport came and went.
Well, Motorsport's a live service game, so like you wouldn't be making a sequel to that already.
Well, the reason I say it came with, because same thing with like Gran Turismo, is that I know they did sales. I know people who love racing games and stuff think they're great games. I think they came and went mentality is that they came out and they just went nowhere where people are talking about them. Like they
Mhm.
like, oh, those games are out, or people don't even like think about those games are being out. Like Forza, when Forza Motorsport drops, nobody really was talking about it. People were playing it, but there was no talk about it and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
And I think,
I
oh,
just
go
think
ahead.
like it's just one of those games that quietly does well and nobody talks about because it's not like, I mean,
It's the
I'm not a
MLB the show thing too.
I'm not a car guy, so like the only people probably talking about those games are like car people, right? And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, I'm not a car person, so I'm not going to talk about it. Even though like I think the driving is great, right? I think that stuff is great, but like
Yeah,
I'm not the audience for that, which is
and
fine.
Forza Motorsport and Gran Turismo, in their own respectable ways, look phenomenal, look fantastic, and
Mhm.
each of those should be happy for what they put, because they put in the work for those games to look beautiful, and they really do look good.
Yeah. By the way, the one thing we didn't mention, being a PlayStation, is that all the PlayStation games that are available on Steam are going to be playable on this thing,
Mm-hmm.
which I wonder how Sony feels about that. If that's going to prevent them from bringing things over, because
No.
like they've, I mean, not in, here. Let me finish. Because they've been putting things on PC at a faster cadence than they were at the beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if this is going to cause them to like not stop putting things on PC, but slow down. Like instead of 6 months after it comes to PlayStation, maybe it's 9 or 12 months after. But also they're
If
making money, so it doesn't matter.
exactly,
They're probably just like,
you
nah.
you just took everything out my mouth. Sony's
Yeah.
getting that coin. They're getting that PC
Yeah.
coin.
Well, the only reason why I say that is because all of those Bandai Namco licensed games that they're doing, like Hot
Mm-hmm.
Shots Golf and Patapon and like what was the other one? Whatever, right? Like those aren't coming to Xbox. They're only coming to Switch 2, and Switch and Switch 2 and PlayStation 5.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to Xbox.
I wouldn't
So
be
that
surprised
I mean
if they come later on that down
those
and
aren't
everything.
exactly like their AAA heavy hitter franchises or anything, but like they're still skipping the Xbox.
Well, and because they probably don't feel like that Xbox have that kind of audience where Nintendo does. Like Patapon, like
I mean, Hot Shots Golf.
that's for it is.
What?
I just go.
There's no golf game on Xbox that's any good.
There's no golf game anywhere besides Mario Golf at this time.
I mean, yeah, but that's what you're competing with, though, is Mario Golf, and I would argue Hot Shots Golf is much better than Mario Golf has been lately.
Oh no!
Mario Golf hasn't been good since the GameCube. So
where's a DS one, right, or 3DS one? I heard the 3DS one was kind of good. People were
I don't know.
that.
I don't remember, man.
I
mean,
don't
yeah,
play
I know. I mean, Mario Golf World Tour, I think, was the 3DS one, and people loved it, but I never got it.
Well, last time I played the golf game was on the NES.
Well,
and unless I'm in the beat 'em up and we're at a golf course, I don't. That's a genre in a game series I don't touch at all.
Well,
so do you guys enjoy golf? Hey, that's awesome and everything.
I hate playing golf. I like golf video games. I hate playing golf, dude.
It
stresses me out.
What's the putt? Like when you're at like a
miniature golf,
miniature golf,
putt?
like yeah, putt. Like that's fun. Like
that's not real golf.
Well, exactly. That's what I play. And I have fun and everything and laugh. That's the stuff that I like to play. I'm not about to be pastels and try to hear people clapping. I'm not about to do all that mess. I don't got time for that.
Not that attitude.
If I can't kick you in the air and then throw you in the water and move on to the right, I don't want to do it.
Have you seen Happy Gilmore?
Yes, I have, and
Oh
that
man,
second one looks, I guess,
it's
question mark.
yeah. I don't have anything to say about that.
Well, Super Game Fest. Since we kind of, I do want to say I did, like I said, I did enjoy the Xbox presentation. They do got some games. The Clockwork Revolution does look really fun.
That was the highlight of the show, in my opinion.
Yeah. Planet of Lana 2 looks pretty good. That's kind of my highlight of the show.
Yeah, it's
Everything.
so I liked that first game, but like, does it need a
You know,
sequel?
uh, it's. I mean, I still need to finish it, because I have it on Xbox. And I think I appreciate the artwork and the look and the flow of it. I just need to put more work into it to play that
That
game to see if it needs it to.
that would be a game I would play on the Xbox Ally.
Yeah,
Uh,
it seems calm and chilling
yeah,
and stuff.
I'm kind of surprised that game never came to Switch. Planet of Lana.
I thought it did.
Nope,
It
not
did
that
it?
I'm aware of.
Oh.
I'll look for it, but I don't think it did. I'll look it up. But yeah, I don't think it did.
Yeah, it did.
Hmm.
Planet of Lana for Nintendo Switch.
Well, I didn't know that.
In fact, it's on the Nintendo Store. There's a sale on it that ends on the 19th. And it's $9.99.
Interesting.
So, but I could wait. Which
No?
which is funny because I was thinking of the game Rhyme, and I started just looking for summary and explanations of the ending of Rhyme and just hearing what people think and everything. And I was just like, man, like I miss games like this, like Rhyme, but I'm so happy we have like Greed and Never and stuff like that.
Are
Stuff that's
you
talking about Greed.
are you looking forward to Sword of the Sea? That game that everybody thought was Journey 2 for 5 seconds?
No.
Dude, I swear that was Journey 2. I was like, are they making
There's
a sequel
some
to Journey?
it looked like some assets where it's coming from. Because I
mean,
have Journey.
That sand motion is 1,000% from Journey.
Yeah, that running animation is from Journey. I'm like, this almost looks like the world of Journey. I will say this because I have Journey on PlayStation 4. It went on sale. I finally was given a chance, and I don't like it. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I thought I was one of the only people that did not like Journey. I tried to play it like 4 separate times. I'm like, I don't know.
The directionless portion of this game. It's just like, what do I even do? Because I can understand not.
You're supposed to walk. You're supposed to explore and walk to the top of the mountain, and like randomly, a multiplayer person will come in and join you. Here's the thing: it feels like one of those. You know how I can. You know how I always, not always, but like kind of complain about the games that everybody says are amazing, and only like once in a while is that game actually like. I feel like that game is actually worth the hype, like Expedition 33 or Nier or something.
Yeah.
This feels like one of those hipster games where everybody says, "Oh, this is amazing," and it's like, you don't do anything in this game. You just walk around. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I just don't understand why people love it so much. And maybe it was a time and place thing, and maybe like if you experienced it when it came out, like maybe you would have had a different feeling about it than you would if you played it now. But like, I just don't understand it.
I think the thing to me is just like I keep saying directionless is that with the experience I'm getting nothing out of it because there's no narrative, there's no reason behind it and stuff.
It's just
like
it's a it's about the journey and how you get to the top of the mountain. It's not there.
But
To me, there's a clear direction. I just don't care for the direction.
But I'm not getting nothing out of this journey. If I want to get something out of a journey, I'll play The Last Guardian. I'll play Hellblade 2. I'll go back to Gree. I'll go back to Never. I'll play Papa and Yo, Concrete Genie. Like I guess I will play games that when rhyme again. I will play that and get something out of it so I could talk about it. Like how it make me and other players feel, how they connect to a emotional level, a human level, even though this is a fantasy uh in this kind of made up world, like because it's a video game, that there's something to take away from it. And I feel like with Journey, it's just like I took nothing away from it besides confusing puzzles and no direction on where I need to go. I'm like, I'm running to get on a mountain and to redo this again, and it's supposed to be 3 hours. I'm like, uh, that I just don't get it,
Yeah, I don't really get it
and
either.
I'm not saying that and I'm not knocking people who love Journey. If you love it, that's awesome. If it's a personal favorite of yours, that's awesome. That's amazing.
Right.
It's just
Well,
not something
yeah.
for me. Uh, like it's just something. It's not just something for me because I want to take something away from the games that I am playing. Sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we are in the clear minority for Hellblade 2. People do
Yes.
not like that game, but again, that's fine. But that's also the beauty of video games, right? To take
Well,
take a thing from you.
Well, this is the thing with Hellblade too. It's just like people complain about the time limit, and not what you're getting from the game itself. Because it's just like there's so much narrative and so many themes and things that you have to go through to get something out of it, that it truly pays off. And they do it so much. They do it in a great narrative way, but they do it also in a nice, memorable cinematic way.
Mm-hmm.
And it just shows like, yeah, we took 5 years to make 5+ years to make this game, but there's so much to take out of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this Ninja Theory and their craft is top tier quality.
Yeah. I'm a fan of Ninja Theory's games. I guess I've only played one game of theirs that I was like, man, I don't need this. And that was the Bleeding Edge. Remember that fighting game they made when they were first acquired from Xbox? Like, whatever. I mean, they can do combat, sure, but like people were done with hero shooter games by that point, right? Even though it wasn't a shooter, it still had that feeling.
But people like Heavenly Sword and
dude, Heavenly Sword is like, I can't believe that game hasn't come back in some capacity.
There's no one there to make it at Sony.
I know, but I mean, I'm surprised they didn't have like Bluepoint do a remaster of it or something. Like if Bluepoint made like a full-on remaster like of Heavenly Sword, that would be awesome.
Oh heck yeah.
But I don't know, especially the way games like Nier and Bayonetta and Stellar Blade are all super popular with like stylish action. Like this Heavenly Sword seems like a remaster from Bluepoint seems like a no-brainer, in my opinion. If you like God of War and Nier and Bayonetta and Devil May Cry, like that seems like a no-brainer.
And they could fix a lot of the control stuff. Like some of
maybe they can add a jump button. Oh, that's my opinion. I still really liked that game.
But I'm like
free trophy game, by the way.
Oh yeah. But then I'm like, you go from Heavenly Sword to like Enslaved, Odyssey to the West. Just like, yeah, you're amazing in your storytelling and combat. Like they weren't like Ninja Theory wasn't trying to be Platinum and wasn't trying to be Team Ninja. Just wasn't trying to be. They had their own way of designing games. So when you play a Ninja Theory game, you be like, "Yep, it feels like this and it feels creative." Like I still go back to DMC Devil May Cry and just love the action and combat in that game. Uh,
Mhm.
Great level design and stuff. And I don't care what anyone say about that game. That want to tear it down. I'm like, this game is amazing. Probably one of the best action games outside of Bayonetta 2, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's that disastrous Devil May Cry 4. Who good googly movie never again.
By the way, Ed, Bayonetta 2 and 3 on Switch 2, since they have uncapped frame rates, now run the way they're supposed to.
Well, the Bayonetta 2 would be back to 60 because it was like 60 on
but yeah, apparently Bayonetta 3 is like 1,000 times better than it was on Switch 1.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like good to hear. But also, did you see that Hideki Kamiya came out and said that he was planning another Bayonetta trilogy in a recent interview? Yeah, he said I wanted to continue Bayonetta's story and make another trilogy. It's like,
but he left Platinum.
Well, everybody's leaving Platinum. Platinum's about to leave Platinum if Ninja Gaiden 4 doesn't work out for them.
I think Ninja Gaiden 4 will work out.
I'm sure. I think a lot of people really liked 2 Black that came out earlier this year. I did, until I was just like, I'm bored now. It was fun for like, a few hours. And I assume that like video game design has evolved quite a bit since Ninja Gaiden 2 came out in 2009.
Yeah.
So
I kind of feel like if Nintendo bought PlatinumGames, I think people probably would just say like, finally. Like, it's so weird. Like, even with like Insomniac, when Sony finally bought them, everybody's like, finally that y'all bought them. I'm like, y'all was the only publisher or console that they were really making games for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh man. Platinum. Well, I feel bad for Platinum, man. I
think they're gonna be okay. I have.
It just feels like they've hit. Like when they hit, but when they don't, like it's just like a total catastrophe. Right? I mean, like Babylon's Fall was a total catastrophe. Scalebound, total catastrophe. But then you get a 10 million seller like Nier Automata, right? And it's like,
yeah,
oh man, that's amazing. Or like Bayonetta is like a really revered action series. 1 and 2 are like considered some of the best action games of all time. I think people are kind of mixed on 3, but still, like, super iconic. Vanquish is like a legendary third-person shooter, right? So like,
yeah,
when they hit, but then you get Ninja Turtles and the bad Transformers game,
and that's like the Activision stuff. Like, yeah. I think that's what I said when Ninja Theory, PlatinumGames working on Bayonetta 2 and working with Nintendo, and regardless of what people thought about Star Fox Zero and everything.
I forgot they made Star Fox Zero.
And that was something new from PlatinumGames and everything. I think the guidance that Nintendo, of course, they were just like, Nintendo had their hands off, but probably also was just like, we're going to check up on this game and stuff. I think with them working with Nintendo and Bayonetta 2 being such a big hit, regardless of the sales and stuff, that word of mouth really helped them, and really helped people really recognize who was PlatinumGames and what they do and why their games are so good. So yeah, they had some rough patches and stuff with the Activision, but I'm like, Activision probably would just send them a check, make us a game, and we'll throw it out because it's a licensed game. We were able to tell the difference of who really cares about the product that PlatinumGames make. and like Nintendo had their hands on the stuff. But and then you look at Square Enix with Nier Automata and stuff, and the creators working with Platinum to get that game. You know they were working together and everything. And so we get this amazing action game, adventure game, great music and soundtrack that, you know, when it was on PlayStation, then it went to Xbox, and then it went to Switch, that people were buying up these games and still talking about them. So I'm like, when Platinum, I agree with you. When Platinum are in their bag and they make some phenomenal stuff, it's because there's a lot of talented people that works with those talented teams.
I mean, look how awesome Astral Chain was, right? I mean,
oh heck yeah,
that game was awesome. I think they have some. They have something special there. I think that's quite obvious. I just think that what makes them special kind of hurts them in the mainstream. And so, like, yeah, the hardcore will be drawn to them every time they see PlatinumGames, right? It's like, oh, Platinum, what are they going to do? What's going to be crazy about this one? But like, I feel like the average gamer like won't be drawn to their games, and that's sad. And I think that's why they're so hit or miss. And I think that's why Nier Automata is a big deal, right? Is because that game is very niche. I mean, it's a pseudo sequel to a very niche game, right? Which had two versions of it. So, you know, and I think Nier Replicant, I'm shocked that never came to Switch, by the way.
I think it's only on PlayStation.
No, it's on Xbox also. I own it on Xbox, but
it didn't do well. A lot of people was really feeling it.
I think though, when they announced it, like they're like, this does not play like Nier Automata. This is not the same style of game. So just, you know, but I bought it because I'm like, I think a new Nier project would be awesome. I think Nier has a really, man, I would really like to play that again. It runs the same on Switch 2 as it does on Switch 1, which is fine. It's not like a deal breaker or anything, but it was kind of like, I wish this like looked or ran a little bit better, you know. But like, I mean, it runs fine. It runs at 30. It looks and runs exactly the same as the Switch version, which is perfect for the Switch. But like, I don't know. I wish they would give it that small bump to like 1080p and 60 frames a second, and maybe a little texture pack here and there.
I was listening to Fine Time podcast today, and they were talking about people one of the podcasters was just like, I really do hope that in the future, if games could hit 40 frames per second and get it locked in, I would be fine going with that over 30 or even trying to reach 60 and stuff. If games can hit like a straight 40 and it runs great, they would be down for that.
Yeah, like, it's not the thing about the 30 frames a second thing is like usually the frame rate isn't locked. Like if you get a locked 30, I think it's fine for certain games. For most people, it would be fine anyway. I mean, but then like you look at something like Breath of the Wild, right? Which was like, for the most part, 30 frames a second until there was like the field was on fire and there's like 10 enemies around and you're trying to fight them all, right? Then it was like mid 20s, low 20s, high teens, even in some cases. But like now you look at the Switch 2 version, it's like, oh man, there's ray tracing, there's HDR, it's 60 frames a second, fluid, there's like all kinds of cool things going on. Like dude, that game looks so much better. I didn't know that game could like really look any better, but dang.
And everybody was just like, this is the way to play the game.
This is the I'm excited version. Yeah, for sure.
I definitely am going to like cause I want to pop in tears and play it, like do the update.
I know.
And just like get lost in the world Once again, I want to even do that with Breath, and just like I already beat the game, but there's so much in this world I still haven't explored. I haven't did all the shrines and stuff, but I'm like, there's got to be some areas that I just still have not visited in this map, and I just want to play it and go.
You got to upgrade your armor sets too. You gotta do
Mm-hmm.
all the stuff for the fairies. Like, there's stuff in that game that, like, to get 100% in that game doesn't require you to do. So
I want to see that dragon again. I want to try to fight it and everything.
good times, huh? Zelda.
Exactly.
Um, before we get out of here, though, how are you enjoying Switch 2?
I am really enjoying it. I definitely need to start doing some of my Switch One games playing on there,
Uh-huh.
because I'm still just playing Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo. I held off I free roam Mario Kart like last time we talked on Pablo, but I haven't played more of it yet because I'm so stuck into one game. But I tried a little bit of the Fantasy Life I, and it was running a little bit better. But like the first party Nintendo stuff that have the updates, I want to put in and give it a try. But I've been playing it almost. Well, I haven't been playing it almost every night due to the fact of work stuff. But
Uh-huh.
when I'm home and stuff, I'll play it. I have missed appointments, personal appointments that be like, okay, I'm supposed to be set this time for doing this writing and stuff, but I can't stop playing Switch 2.
Uh-huh.
Like I just can't. Like the Pro Controller, I'm enjoying. I can't wait to get the camera. Like I can't wait to get more games to get the accessories. I'm gonna have to get Cyberpunks. Because everybody keeps talking about it. Like and it feels like, yes, I have it for Series X. Yes, I am planning to get it on Switch, but I'm just like, Cyberpunk might be my first physical game for the system. And everybody's enjoying it on Switch too.
Yeah, I am. I've been playing a little bit of it on Switch too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about like probably 4 or 5 hours into it. Um, I played it already, so like to me, it still feels like, oh, I played this already. Oh, I remember this. Oh, I did this already. But like the big draw for this is like the novelty of having it on Switch, right? Like it's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same as The Witcher, right? But I didn't play The Witcher, so like my 25 or 30 hours with The Witcher 3 on there was like amazing because I never played it, but like I put 40 hours into Cyberpunk already on Xbox and beat it, and I'm like,
I
I'm not I'm not finding it as appealing. It looks incredible though. Like I can't believe
mhm.
this is running on the Switch too. Like I mean, I'm not used to how powerful the console is yet. So like, because
Yeah.
like Mario Kart, like okay, yeah, it looks better than Mario Kart 8, but also Mario Kart 8 is a 12-year-old game, and this game should look better than Mario Kart 8. But like, it's still Mario Kart. But like, you go into something like Cyberpunk or Street Fighter 6, which I've also been playing a little bit of,
Mhm.
or some Hogwarts Legacy, and it's like these are like 100% comparable to like the Xbox Series version that I played already.
Yeah.
Um, to the point where it's like I kind of want to play Hogwarts Legacy again, to be honest with you. Uh,
I say
so,
do it because like I haven't beat Hogwarts Legacy on Series X.
yeah,
Um
I
so
I want to, but there are also other games that I should be playing. Um, but yeah, I think if you haven't beaten Cyberpunk or haven't played a significant amount of it, I think that this is an excellent way to play it. I think the controls feel great. It runs it runs higher than 30 frames a second. I would guess somewhere in the mid 40s. Um it there When you put it on a TV though, there are some aspects where you're like, okay, this is supposed to be played in handheld mode.
mhm.
Specifically when you're like specifically the character creator, specifically when you're like looking into a mirror or something and you see your character specifically looks strange, but like the NPCs in the game look better than when I played it on Xbox Series X, to be honest with you. But it was also the Xbox One version, so like I don't know how that game looks now, but like it's impressive that it's running on this machine. So, but Street Fighter 6 is really good, Ed.
Do I return back to the world of Street Fighter though? I may have to.
I'm thinking about getting either Yakuza 0 or Kunitsugami for my trip. But also I also downloaded Xenoblade Chronicles to finally hopefully jump into that.
So I may do the same thing. Get Yakuza 0, even though I own it on the other systems. They said this definitely is the definitive way to play. And like I think if I play it on Switch, I just gotta be like stick with it like I did the other games. Cause for some unknown reason, like Yakuza Kiwami and Yakuza 6, I stuck to those games and probably beat it within a week and a half and everything. I'm like, oh, I moved through these games quick if I stick to it. So if the definitive version of Yakuza 0 is gonna be on Switch, then Switch 2, then yeah, I'm going to get it and stuff.
Yeah, there are definitely some games now that I would like to see ported to Switch 2 at some point.
I still need to get.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Gardens of Azure. I think that's the farm game. I think is that Rule Factor.
I think so. Yeah.
I when I was at PAX, I did the PlayStation version. But I think I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna end up getting it for Switch.
Yeah, there are definitely games on here that I think would gain a second life by being ported to Switch too. I'm looking at games like Dragon Age Inquisition, or not Inquisition, but Veilguard would be something that would probably do very well on the Switch too. Immortals of Avium would probably do well.
Oh yes, I want to play on Switch.
Unknown 9, which was a game that I've been looking at, which is kind of like this 3D action game. You would know it if you saw it. Banishers of New Eden, the Plague Tale series, which, by the way, that new one looks awesome. Plague Tale Legacy looks awesome.
Yeah, that one was weird. That came out of nowhere. I'm like,
no, it was leaked like a week ago.
Guardians of Azuma. That's the Rune Factory one.
Yeah. But like, even older games, like, I mean, the games I keep harping on are, the Final Fantasy 13 trilogy, Kingdom Hearts, Mass Effect Legendary Edition, Dead Space would probably be cool on this, Resident Evil, like basically like any game that has a PC version at this point should make its way over to Switch 2.
EA, surprise me. I want you to surprise me. I will pick up your games on Switch 2.
I put Madden on my wish list.
I'll play Dead Space on Switch 2. If they brought it.
This device makes me wonder if, like, people say games can't be played on this thing. It honestly makes me wonder if there are really games that can't run on this thing.
I think it can. I think like right
now everybody's pointing at Grand Theft Auto 6 right now, which I'm like, I don't know. Cyberpunk runs really well on this thing, and
yeah,
I mean, obviously it had a lot of problems at launch.
But so this is the thing with Grand Theft Auto 6. It's not so much that it can't run it, but I gotta see that game literally in action. I gotta see that gameplay and stuff, because everything has been in-game cinematic trailers.
Yeah, but and I'm like, that's Rockstar. They don't show anything until the game is out, right? I mean, the gameplay stuff. They want it to be cinematic. That's their thing.
Right, but once again, that brings concern because Cyberpunk did it. That Alien game that did it. Like when you hide a whole bunch of cutscenes every time you bring out your trailer, I get the doubts. I'm like, this
Yeah, but
doesn't
you
look
don't
like
like
it's
Grand
gonna
Theft Auto
be.
anyway. I mean, I don't
I
care much for it either,
I
but
I respect it. I
do
don't.
you?
I I bought 5 and played it all the way through. I had to cheat through the PS. I had to cheat through Grand Theft Auto 3 on the PC. That it was just getting very janky at the end. I'm like, I cannot do this. This is questionable content to the fullest degree. But but I will buy the game. I will give it a try. Um, hopefully they be surprised. I think and I don't got nothing against Rockstar. I think I hold Rockstar up to because of Max Payne 3, that level of quality storytelling and gameplay. I'm like, if Grand Theft Auto 3 felt that way or Grand Theft Auto felt that way, I would have more respect for that series
Mhm.
than I do now. Because I still think out of all the Rockstar games that I played, Max Payne 3 is still the best.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of floored with the amount of the way that the games are running,
Mm-hmm.
because Nintendo has trained us to expect pared down versions of their games since the Wii, that these are like the real versions of these games, and I just like, it makes me so happy, you know? Like it just makes me feel like this is finally this it feels like the device that people want.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I don't know how else to describe it. It just feels like the device people want. Uh and it's, we did that episode on, um if like short term, this device will be fine, but it's got to prove mid to long term that I can keep up with everybody else. And this device seems to be keeping up with everybody else
I think
already.
everybody's, yeah, I think it's Switch proof that this is kind of like the future of gaming, not only for Nintendo, but for everybody else. And then when there are third party studios willing to give that system a try and they seen the sale numbers, indies, first party Nintendo games were doing numbers month after month, year after year. I think with Switch 2 is that they're going to continue that and evolve it
Mhm.
with it by getting more third party games onto their systems because regardless of if people want to argue about the game key and all of that stuff, people are going to go out and buy that physical. People are still probably going to go out and get the game key card and be like, oh, what was I worried for? Like I'm not worried about the game key card stuff like that. Like as long
Mhm.
as uh these big name games still come out to Switch too. If I have to accept the fact they're gonna come later, I'm gonna be like, you know what? You better make sure later is at the right time because if something else comes out around that time that everybody was anticipating, your
Mhm.
game is gonna get left in the dust, like
I
the
think
like on other games
I
on Switch.
I think once this initial batch of third party games comes out, right,
Mm-hmm.
or like the random port here and there. I mean, Borderlands 4 is coming out day and date. Madden's coming out day and date. There's a lot of games coming
Mm-hmm.
out day and date for this thing that normally wouldn't. And I think probably beginning next year that's going to become way more regular. Of like, hey, everything's coming out at the same time. The only thing is like it also depends on if Nintendo wants to announce that it's coming or not, right? Because that's also a major thing at this
The
point.
Nintendo Direct. I think Nintendo will be fine. I think Nintendo still will select what they feel like will be a bigger impact in their
Mhm.
Nintendo Direct
Mhm.
compared to when they want to announce it. Because I think if there's a game that they would want to announce for multi-platform, Nintendo be like, okay, that's fine. Just put our logo on it and go about the biz. Do what you need to
Yeah,
do. That's your
because like
control.
because that was like the big thing at the Xbox thing, right? Because they had PlayStation and Switch logos on a lot of things, and there was only one Switch 2 game there, and it had already been announced.
And that's the thing about Summer Game Fest, which we'll probably have to touch in another episode, or another discussion. Is that everybody was getting worried about why were there Switch 2 logos on a lot of these games,
It's
and
because
I
Nintendo probably has a deal to announce some of these third-party games at a direct.
I kind of feel like a lot of these trailers were already made for other platforms.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I think, Nintendo was being very secretive with Nintendo Switch 2. Just look at Genkai and the stuff that they going through. So
Yeah.
I think that some of these games will come to Nintendo at a later date, which will be fine. But I think a lot of these trailers were already done and already made and sent
Yeah.
out for like Jeff Keighley and stuff.
Mhm.
Because I'm like, if you look at even wholesome games and stuff, yeah, there's games coming out everywhere, but a lot of that stuff was still Steam. And if they
Mhm.
say Switch, people are gonna play them on Switch too and
Mhm.
everything.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. Um. Yeah.
So yeah, so I say give it. I definitely would say definitely give it to December, to the holiday and stuff. When we see more game announcements, definitely. If I was Jeff Keighley, I'd be like, hey, let's get Nintendo Switch 2. We want to make you the big thing for the Game Awards, because if you look at Summer Game Fest, Corey, we probably could have played a drinking game on how many Switch 2 commercials was in the break, because that was everything. Nintendo was just like, here's our money. We want to advertise our system. So you can't say, well, I didn't know Switch 2. No, you saw the Summer Game Fest. Everything was
Dude,
Nintendo Switch 2 for commercials.
our Walmart, our Best Buy, and our Target, all of their parking spots towards the front of the store have Switch 2 advertisements on them. Every single
Mm-hmm.
one of them. Like the those big cement poles, that so you don't like run into the store.
Yeah.
Essentially, like all of them, Switch 2s. Best Buy literally says a thing that says buy Switch 2, home of Mario and friends. And it's like, oh, okay. Well, that's you know. And then as soon as you walk in the store, there's a big red sign that says Nintendo Switch 2 out now. And it's like, oh, okay. Well, clearly they've done a great job, obviously, right? Of like stirring up some hype for this thing, and they clearly have enough units for people to buy, right? I'm seeing people walking into stores buying them. I mean, you walked into a store and bought one and got yours before I got mine, and I pre-ordered mine.
And I was just like, oh, this is by luck if I get one. Like I did not. I mean, I got paid. I had the money. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna try and just see. And just by chance, I was able to get one.
Mm-hmm.
And Matt Storm, he just got his and everything. Like yesterday, I was
Yeah,
just like, oh, cool.
I saw them post on Instagram. That was cool. I like seeing people post things like that. It's fun.
Yeah, I need a new phone or a camera.
No, you don't.
Cause my picture something. But I definitely need a new phone because my phone's getting like very janky. So I need to get a new one.
Yeah. Oh, I just found out, like, speaking of phones, not really phones, but like all of my Mac computers that I've been keeping up to date pretty regularly, their new operating system that's coming out in the fall, like, only runs on Apple Silicon. So like the M series chips and the A series chips on iPad. And all of my stuff except for my work computer runs on Intel. So like they're not
Oh,
compatible with it.
oh no.
Yeah. So I mean, I figured. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's just kind of, I mean, my desktop I got before the pandemic, so like I half expected that to be done. But I'm gonna try to keep them all up to date, because the current operating system will be supported, but it's, there's newer ones out there. Anyways, not important. Just you brought it up and it reminded me of that, and so I told the story that nobody cares about.
So, well, Corey, I think we're gonna wrap it up there, even though we didn't.
I know we could. I mean, we could keep talking for 3 more hours, but
we tried to get to Summer Game Fest, everybody, but like Xbox was a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, Xbox was great. By the way, new Super Meat Boy 3D platformer looks awesome.
Wait, when?
At the Xbox show.
I don't remember seeing that.
Yeah, it's Super Meat Boy 3D.
Did I fall asleep at one point?
I mean, that wouldn't surprise me.
Oh shoot, dude! The Summer Game Fest.
I missed Wire page for it. I sent it to you in the chat.
Okay, I'll check it out.
It looks awesome.
The Summer Game Fest portion, I think it got like halfway, and I was out. I didn't even know that Mina was there. I was gone. I laid down. I'm just like, well, I guess.
I mean, to be fair, I turned Summer Game Fest off like halfway through. I was so bored. I was so bored, dude. I don't need 3.5 hours of like.
Oh my goodness, this game looks like a platonic game, and I'm coming here for it.
Doesn't that look awesome?
It does. It's giving me ukulele vibes, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna need this.
Yeah.
There are no ghosts at the Grand.
I'm pretty excited for Final Fantasy 16 on Xbox also.
I am too.
I didn't buy it yet because I'm going on vacation, but I will probably get it when I get home.
I'll get it tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow. I'm gonna get it when I get paid again. I'm probably planning to spend like $300 on games, and everything, because I'm like, my check is gonna be big for the next. I think my check is gonna be big for this, and then my checks are gonna be big for July too. But I'm like I said, I need to make sure my money is right and tight for PAX West, and everything. Because I'm excited to go. I don't know who's all gonna be there, but I'm super excited to go to PAX West.
Oh, Ed, I forgot to ask you.
What up?
Are you excited for the new Bloodstained?
Yes. Okay, so this is a crazy thing.
I thought it was Castlevania the whole time.
But so I knew it was. I didn't think it was Castlevania. I knew it was Iga's art style. It was the way that it looked, and I was just like, "This looks like." I'm like, "This is Bloodstained," but I didn't know if it was a sequel or if this was like an expansion.
It's a prequel.
Oh, it's a prequel. Okay.
It's set 600 years, I think, before the events of the first game.
But it's considered as Bloodstained 2.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. It's a Red Dead 2 situation.
Oh, good movie. Okay.
Oh, it still bothers me that it's called Red Dead 2 and it's a prequel. Oh, it still bothers me so much. I don't know why it does. It affects zero things about my life, but it really bothers me when they put a 2 on something and it's a prequel.
Well, shoot, they got Bloodstained got 4 games all together. I'm like,
dude, those 2D Castlevania-esque NES-esque ones. That first one is really fun. I really liked it. I didn't finish it because I'm terrible at those games, but it was really fun.
But yeah, I'm definitely into it. I wonder if Way Forest is going to be helping them again. I beat Bloodstained on Xbox, but there's like a lot that I'm missing. So I want to go back and try to get everything.
Well, they've also added a ton of stuff via paid and free DLC. So,
yeah,
man, I could keep talking for hours, but I'm so tired. Like I'm running on pure adrenaline right now because you texted me. Like I texted you and you said you were sitting at home playing Switch 2. I'm like, we gotta do something.
Yeah, because
I can't just take a night off.
you wave high, and I was just like, oh, I'm like, boss, like, Brian, hey, look, and I was kind of hoping, I was kind of just like, I'm hoping we could record tonight, get something done, because I'm just like, it's Thursday. I know you're doing Towers TC. I'm just like, but I'm like, we could probably get a good recording in.
We did.
And yeah, shoot, we did. This is like half a show about but
I mean,
but everybody,
you know, all of our shows would be like 3 to 5 hours if we just didn't contain ourselves, and most of them are anyway. So,
yes, we still have our 4-hour show, everybody, for Switch stuff. So go check that out. But Corey, I think that's gonna be a wrap on this episode.
Boo, party pooper.
Definitely, when you come back, we're gonna be talking more. We're still waiting for that Nintendo Direct, and I'm like, I think because I switched.
I don't think it's happening.
I think it may happen at the end of the month.
I don't think it's happening. They announced a new Splatoon game randomly today. It's not happening.
I know that, and they got the Nintendo app and stuff. But I think with the heat of Nintendo Switch 2 being so good, this first Nintendo Direct is going to be super important because in case of people who don't get a Nintendo Switch 2, still got their Switch, Nintendo said they will still want to support the system for a year. So I think we're going to be getting games that could be played on either system, or
I mean, I think you're going to get both for a longer than a year. I think it's going to be about 2 years. It depends. I mean, obviously it depends on what the game is, but like, I still think you're going to see ports of older games to Switch 1 and Switch 2 versions of them up,
And knowing Nitty and Microsoft, they got something up their hands. Nitty and Micro is being shy and quiet. I'm like, y'all got something. I don't know what
they put. I mean, Microsoft put Minecraft in that Sonic racing game, so
that was like, huh?
I mean, Microsoft and Sega have an awesome relationship. Clearly,
yeah.
Anyways, sorry, you've tried to end the show like 4 times, and I'm trying to like.
No, because for that State of Play, when I seen Luminous and I heard that track, I was super excited, dude. I was so super excited to see Mizuguchi. I'm just like, it's been so long. Where have you? He's gonna have to bring that to Xbox and Switch too. I'm like, you have to. Luminous that game cannot stay as a PlayStation 5 exclusive.
It's not even a PlayStation 5 exclusive. It's a PSVR exclusive for now.
Oh, because I'm just like, Miz, the tracks that you gave us on Tetris Effect, the tracks that you got in past Luminous games, you gotta give this to us on Switch and Xbox.
Speaking of Luminous and Tetris Effect, where's Rez? Why has Rez never been ported to Switch?
I really don't know.
Man, Rez was awesome. I loved Rez. I had the Dreamcast version for a while. I don't know what happened to it. I think it was one of those games that my cousin borrowed and never gave back.
Oh, the Rez on Dreamcast is probably about $600, $700 plus some dollars.
I mean, I'm sure it is now. I'm sure my cousin sold it for weed or.
I'd be mad.
Something, dude. There's way worse things to be mad at people on my side of the family about, but that's a whole
another day.
That's a can of worms I do not need to open on a podcast, or I could make a whole series about it. And it's funny, we my sister-in-law and we were like, we should start a podcast, and like we came up with a great name for it. I'll tell you off air because we still might do it, and I don't know when or how, but we still might do it. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Well, everybody, that's gonna be it for Expansion Pass. This one was just definitely I won't say an unplanned episode. We did try to talk about Summer Game Fest, but there's just so much goodness that's happening in gaming right now. Yes, we know about the layoffs that is happening, like at Ben Studio and stuff. So, hopefully those developers do find work. if there are publishers or other developers looking for help and everything, please look out for them. Check out their resume and stuff, and everything. But yeah, I feel like, Corey, that we're going into a great summer with Switch 2. We're super excited for what Microsoft is doing with Xbox. Sony look like they're going to be on the right track. Gaming for summer look like it's going to be hot. In a good way, and just like the releases for the rest of the year, I'm super excited and can't wait to see the next Nintendo Direct. And there's still going to be probably still be some showcases and stuff that we're going to be checking out. But with that, everybody, have a great week, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time on Expansion Pass. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye. If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Sana Dirrig, Francisco Santillan, Matthew Keel, Retrostoy, and Christian S. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network.